Do you want to guess?
The Orlando Magic.
No. It's the Detroit Pistons.
That was my second guess.
Yeah, I mean it's obvious. I think they're set up cap wise, guys like Bogdanovich extensions to have a winning roster next year. You know, Cade's first 12 games, 26-6. I think that was pretty slept on. He's got to take another leap because he shot 28% from downtown. However, he played 12 games. In his career, he's only shooting 2.8 free throws a night. He's got to get that number up. But you have James Wiseman, 14-9. You have Jalen Duren, 9-9 in 25 minutes. You have Jaden Ivey, who has been inconsistent as all rookies are, but still is giving you 15, 4, and 5. I think I wouldn't be surprised if I'm not saying Jeremy Grant's going to Detroit, but I wouldn't be surprised if they got a Jeremy Grant to go to Detroit. Now, Troy Weaver's not going to make a move that doesn't help them in the long run and keeps them flexible, but they're the worst team in the NBA right now. And, you know, even if they got Scoot, I don't know, man. Detroit's I think they're a team that can take a leap like Memphis. So
I mean, I think they're a team that definitely could take that jump to Memphis. I do believe that this team right here, the Detroit Pistons, could be really good. And I've also thought that, you know, they're a team that I think interesting. It all comes down to who they draft. I think if they draft Scoot Henderson, let's say if they get the second overall pick, it'll be weird. And I think that actually will backfire. Like, it'll work out eventually, but it'll backfire for next season because then you'll have to figure out the whole Scoot, Cade, Jaden, Killian Hayes situation.
Killian Hayes will be a bench player regardless of.
But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. It would just create a logjam that like would be very complicated. It's not like if they draft Victor Wembanyama where they look at Marvin Bagley, James Wiseman, Jalen Duren, and Isaiah Stewart and go like, looks like two of you got screwed. All right.
Well, I mean, Cade is. I like the versatility that provides. I have no concerns with Cade playing the 3 at all. So I don't. That's not really something that worries me all that much.
Is Cade more of a guard
or
more of a 3?
What was that?
Do you think Cade's more of a 3 or more of a point guard?
I think he's a hybrid. I think he's a guy where I'm still. You know, I really like Ivy's playmaking ability. It's just a lot of versatility. I think that they will work in the backcourt. He's just versatile. He's flexible with it. I like it a lot. He doesn't necessarily need to bring the ball up every possession. He doesn't need to, as long as he can get that 3-point shot up. I think he shot 32% his rookie year. Like I said, this year was 28, but we only saw 12 games. You know, if Cade can get back to like a 40% shooter like he was in college, that's terrifying. But having Scoot, Cade, and Jaden as your 3 young guards, I think that's a great problem to have. I don't think that would be an issue. I also wouldn't be surprised if Detroit was a team that traded down and acquired some type of star player. You know, maybe depending on how we need to see the lottery. We need to see a lot of things first. So it's hard to speculate on the draft right now.
No, I agree. And this was a good choice. I think this is a team that definitely with Jalen Duren, Marvin Bagley, James Wiseman, Isaiah Stewart. Then you got at the wings. You know, the wings is arguably their weakest position that they're still trying to figure out. I mean, but if they get a guy like Cam Whitmore, I mean, could be Sadiq Bey 2.0 or could be the player that they're missing at the two-way wing position. But yeah, no, I think this team, they'll be fighting for a play-in spot. Do you think you can guess mine for the East?
Orlando.
I
just need to see it to believe it.
I know.
Going on for like 7 years now. It feels like.
But I think we finally have our point guard in Markelle Fultz, and then Cole Anthony is a good 6-man. Jalen Suggs, that's figuring it out. But at the center rotation, we got or at the front court, we got ourselves Wendell Carter, Paulo Banchero, then backing those guys up, Goga, Mo Wagner. All right, I love that. You know, maybe Goga is going to be gone.
Yeah.
Maybe Mo Wagner stays or he's gone. But then at the wing position, you got yourself Franz Wagner, who's just been an absolute revelation this year. Chuma Okeke, Caleb Houston, Admiral Schofield. I mean, technically Michael Carter-Williams on this team, but he hasn't played a game since signing. Jonathan Isaac's probably on his way out. We still have Bull, who you see, every once in a while. Gary Harris. And I really do believe that this team is just so big, so long, and they're fighting games. They don't lose games easily,
They're the best worst team in the league. I agree with you about Orlando. All that scares me is that in the last 11, 12 years, they've had one season over 500. So it's just the history thing. But yeah, Paulo Banchero, Roddy, Franz Wagner should have been a Bull. Markel Fultz has been on a tear. I still love Jalen Suggs. I do think Wendell is not your starting center for the future.
I don't know. I think Wendell's good. I will say Jalen Suggs. Jalen Suggs was overdrafted. Jalen Suggs,
wow.
if he was drafted at the end of the lottery, there wouldn't be a problem. But I think we thought Jalen Suggs was this scorer and defender, and it was because of his NCAA run. And I think we're just realizing that that Jalen Suggs is going to be kind of like a Drew Holiday player, like a light where he's defense first, and maybe over his career, his shooting and scoring catches up. But the way that he's going to be an impactful player is through his defense and passing, kind of like a better Frank Ntilikina. So, I mean, he could make the jump, but that's what I'm seeing right now is that, look, this is an Orlando Magic team that next year they're going to be one of the best defensive teams in the league while also having one of the best shooting percentages from the field. This team is going to be so good at finishing inside and playing defense because they're going to have so many trees that they're just going to out-rebound you, play good defense, and then just finish inside.
Why can James Wiseman have 90 career games and it's just give him time, but Jalen Suggs has 90 career games and is 21 as well, and he's not going to be anything crazy.
No, it's not even that. It's just from what I've shot, he doesn't have that like scoring creation ability. Like the creativity to score is not there.
I think he might be perfect for you guys.
I think he can develop into something. He's just a longer project than it seems.
He needs an opportunity. It might not be in Orlando.
That's something I'll agree with. For him to be good at Orlando, it's going to take a while. If he gets traded to a team like the Spurs, where they'll just give him the runs.
I need them to do it right now. I get it. You beat the Clippers. You almost came back against the Lakers. Why is Gary Harris starting for me?
Because he's the best player available. You need to play your best.
I don't know why he's playing for me.
I think there are teams just to keep your eyes out for, and
for sure.
But let's talk about a team that has